To make the pastry, slice the vanilla pod in half. Then scrape out all of the seeds and discard the pod. Place the flour in a mixing bowl and add the icing sugar and the butter. Then add the vanilla seeds. Mix the ingredients together using your hands until the mixture resembles fine breadcrumbs. Now make a well in the centre of the mixture and then crack one whole egg into it. To make the dough, break up the egg with your fingers and mix the ingredients together, using your hand until they begin to form a dough. Dust the work surface lightly with flour, place the dough on the flour and begin kneading the mixture. After a few minutes, the dough will become smooth, but be careful not to overmix as the dough will become too hard. Now wrap the dough in cling film and place in a fridge to rest and cool for at least 1 hour. To make the filling, grate the zest from 4 lemons and put them into a bowl. Now cut the lemons in half and squeeze the juice from them, making sure you discard the pips, pulp and skin. Then add the juice to the zest. Crack 4 eggs into a large mixing bowl. Add the sugar and whisk the ingredients together. Now add the cream and whisk again. Finally, add the lemon juice and zest and thoroughly combine them. To make the pie, first remove the pastry from the fridge and remove the cling film. Lightly dust the work surface with flour and then knead the pastry for about 30 seconds to make it nice and smooth again. Begin to roll out the pastry until it is 3 to 4 millimeters thick, making sure that you turn it and flour it occasionally. Now roll the pastry over your rolling pin like this, and then unroll it over your fluted tart tin. Make sure you press the pastry into the corners of the tin using your fingers. Roll the rolling pin over the top of the tin to cut away the excess pastry. Place the tart in the fridge for about an hour before we cook the pastry. Remove the tart from the fridge after an hour and cut a sheet of greaseproof paper larger than the tart tin. Then fold the paper into a triangle and then again into a smaller triangle. Measure the paper to fit your tin and cut off any excess paper, making sure you cut slits in the end of the paper, like this. Now add the baking beans and cook the pastry in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius, 350 degrees Fahrenheit or gas mark 4 for 15 to 20 minutes. After 15 to 20 minutes, remove from the oven. Remove the greaseproof paper and beans, then put the pastry back in the oven for 5 more minutes. After 5 minutes, remove the pastry. It should now be dry and firm to touch. Put the tart tin onto a baking tray and pour in the lemon filling. Now reduce the heat to 150 degrees Celsius, 300 degrees Fahrenheit, or gas mark 2, and cook the pie for a further 20 minutes until it becomes just set. After 20 minutes, remove the tart tin from the oven, check that it has set, then leave it to cool for 30 minutes before serving. To make the meringue topping, separate 4 egg whites into a medium mixing bowl. You can discard the egg yolks. Add the sugar and whisk them together. We're going to heat the mixture on a bain-marie, so bring a small amount of water to the boil in a pan that is large enough to accommodate your mixing bowl. Place the mixing bowl on top of the pan, making sure it doesn't touch the water. Whisk the mixture for 2 to 3 minutes until the mixture becomes warm to touch. Remove the bowl and whisk the meringue until you can make soft peaks in it. Now top the pie with the meringue and create peaks with the back of your spatula. Finally, using a kitchen blowtorch, lightly brown the top of the meringue. To serve, simply dust lightly with some icing sugar.